Have you ever stopped yourself from speaking English because you are scared of making mistakes? What if I told you that perfect grammar, fancy vocabulary, and native like accent is not necessary to communicate or being understood? In fact, I told you that perfection is the thing that holds you back. So stick with me because by the end of this video, you are confident enough to speak English in front of everyone. Okay? Imperfect English can be powerful enough for communication. So, what you have to do is you have to speak confidently and clearly. That is the main point, not the perfect English. So, don't go for perfect English, but because no one is perfect here. Even the native speaker makes a lot of mistake while speaking. So you cannot say that my English is not perfect, that's why I'm not speaking. Let's break a myth here because perfect English is not the goal. What is the goal? To connect, communicate, and express yourself. So I'm telling you that even native speakers do a lot of mistakes. They repeat words, they use fillers like they mispronounce words. And the interesting thing is that nobody corrects them. Nobody even bothers that they mispronounce something, they use incorrect grammar or anything. Why? What is the reason? What do you think? What is the reason behind it? The reason is nobody cares. The message is clear, so nobody cares about your grammar or your pronunciation mistakes. If you are confident, you are clear, you are successful in communicating your message to the listener, that's enough. So I'm giving you a real life example that a tourist in France go to any French restaurant and order foods and connect with people, make friends. How is it happen? Because connection doesn't need perfection. Same goes for English. The goal isn't to be perfect, but the goal is to be understood by everyone around you. So you are surprised by the thing that how little perfect English you need to communicate effectively. Like for example, there is lot of cars on the road. Did you notice anything? What I'm saying? So there is a grammatical mistake. There are a lot of cars on the road, but no one notices. Communication is achieved. That's it. In everyday conversation, we are using a lot of sentences like this. Even the native speaker use like this. Their grammar is not perfect. So don't go for perfection. Go for communication, effective communication, clear and confident speech. I will give you another real life example that an Uber driver in Brazil, he don't know about English. He only speak simple sentences, broken English, like you can say. But everyone understands him. He's a very good communicator. Why? Why he's a very good communicator? Because he's able to give his message effectively. He use body language. He use facial expressions, gestures, smile. Similarly, I will give you an example of my student. She is in English interview. She don't know very well. Her English is not very well. So, but she speaks very calmly, very confidently, and she got the job. Why? Because she is confident. She is clear. Whatever she wants to say, she say it with clarity, with purpose. Although her English is not very good, she used simple sentences, short sentences. I am teaching communication skills from the last so many years. And the main problem 80% of my students face is that they don't have audacity to use the language. They fear to use the language because English is not their native language. They are using English either as a foreign or as a second language. So the main problem is your confidence, how you communicate. So it's not about perfect English, it's about making an effort to connect with others. Clarity overcomes complexity. Like, for example, instead of saying, I was wondering whether you might possibly assist me, instead of saying this long, complex sentence, you can simply say, can you help me? 70% of our communication is non-verbal. We don't even use words. We use body language, gestures, facial expression. tone. So what matters is your confidence and your effort to connect with others, not perfect English. And today I'm going to discuss some of the myths. And believe me, these are only myths. Don't go for them. Believe in yourself. You are already awesome. You are learning a second language. That is not your native language. You are already making an effort. So, myth number one is that you must have a native accent. There is no native accent at all. English is a language that is globally spoken. So, most of the speakers of English are not native speakers. The accent is your identity. Okay. And myth number two is mistakes are failure. If you are making mistakes, congratulations. It means that you are learning something. Okay. Don't disheart. People around you are going to appreciate your effort more than your accuracy. And myth number three is you need a lot of vocabulary, complex vocabulary. You only need simple words to use at appropriate situations. So you must know where to use what. Although complex vocabulary is necessary to understand articles, speeches, or sometimes in some speaking tests, you need to have complex vocabulary to gain good marks. But for everyday conversation, and you don't need complex vocabulary. You just know what to use at the right place. So I'm going to give you a real life example that if you are lost in the airport and you're searching for gate number 21, you simply ask someone, can you please tell me where is gate number 21? Instead of saying, would you be so kind enough to direct me to gate number 21? So you are going to use simple language that is clear, easily understandable to anyone around you. Or you go to a shop and you say, I want milk, although it's not grammatically correct, but it is understandable. And what you need to communicate is your message should be clear, understandable, not accurate. This is the beauty of functional English. So don't be scared of mistakes. Mistakes are like your teachers. Okay? So if a child is learning how to walk, he falls, he get ups. Again he falls, he get ups. Similar is the case with English. If you make mistakes, you will learn from the mistakes. Don't be scared of using English. Don't be scared of expressing your ideas. I will give you my example that once I was learning French, and after dinner, instead of saying that I am full, I use a wrong sentence of French, and everyone around me was laughing. They are making fun. Although I feel embarrassed, but I learned from the mistake. Same is the case with English. If you don't speak, you don't make mistakes, how you are going to learn? So what you have to do is you have to accept your mistakes and move on. Mistakes are stepping stones. Don't be scared of them. Okay. So what you have to do is to practice English daily for 5 to 10 minutes. You can do this in front of mirror. You can record yourself. You can record and listen. You can find out the mistake yourself. What are your mistakes? Are you confident? Are you boring? Are you repeating the words? Where you are standing? What is your level? Okay. No one is perfect. Remember that babies don't learn grammar to speak language. They learn by listening, speaking. They stumble, they make mistakes, but at the end of the day, they learn the language without grammatically learning anything out of it. So same is the case with you. You have to listen, you have to speak. That is the answer to the problem. Okay? Like it happens to you in the classroom or in office or anywhere in the meetings, in conversation, that you are scared of expressing your ideas. Although you have very good ideas in your mind, but you're scared of sharing it with people around you. Why? Because you are not confident. You think you make mistakes. when you are going to speak, when you're going to open your mouth, and people are going to laugh. So what you have to do is you have to build confidence. That is very important. The more you speak, the more you practice, the better you are, the easier it becomes. Everyone is same. Everyone struggles to learn a new language. Okay, you are not alone in this race. So what you have to do is you have to trust yourself. You have to practice. You have to speak. Don't care about people around you. Don't let fear steal your voice. That is the quote of the day. Write it somewhere. Okay? You have to be confident enough to speak, to express your ideas. So, what is the message? You don't need to be perfect. You need to be understood. You need to be clear. You need to be confident. Okay? If you like this message and you feel encouraged to speak English, hit the like and subscribe button and share with your friend who needs this kind of boost. See you in the next video.